I'm going to show you how to use spoons and forks as tongs to pick up food. The spoons shown here back to back is good to pick up solid materials like marbles and stuff like that. If you turn it around, you can use it to pick up rice and other vegetables and things like that. You can also use a combination of a spoon and a fork, or you can use a pair of forks. Forks are usually useful to pick up spaghettis and noodles and things of that nature. The technique is very easy to master. On one hand, the right hand, you put your fork over and under your last three fingers, and then the second fork would be between the thumb and the index finger. Just pause the video and look at it and practice doing it, and you can do this in less than 2 minutes. So here's the back to back, and you can, like I say, pick up solid pieces of materials. Or you can use a combination of a spoon and a fork. Try to use something that is of equal length, so the handle won't butt against your palm. So this is generally how it's done. I'm sure there are other ways of doing it, but I find this quite useful. If you don't have a regular pair of tongs, even when you're barbecuing, as long as you don't get your fingers too close to the fire, you can pick up whatever steaks or chicken you're barbecuing with without using a pair of spring-loaded tongs.
Service procedure. Here is the 5 major service procedure. Let us see them one by one. Placing the plates. If the food served is hot, the plates must be hot. If the food served is cold, the plates should be cold. Hold the pile of plates on the palm of your left hand, on a service cloth. As you approach the customer, take the plate by the rim and place it in front of the customer from the right-hand side. Portioning the order. Before you start serving, you must be aware of the portion size per customer. There will be a set amount of each vegetable and meat per person. For example, 2 spoons of peas, 3 carrots, 2 slices of meat, and 1 roast potato per person. The meat will generally be grouped probably with a piece of garnish. Do not decrease portions as you move around the table. Presenting the order. At the sideboard or waiter's station, you should remove the clock food cover if there is one. Your service cloth should be folded and laid along your arm under the whole dish. The platter is carried in your left hand, your service cutlery in your right hand. Serving the food pre-plated dishes. Pre-plated dishes are portioned and placed on a plate in the kitchen directly to be placed in front of the guest. Soups and desserts are generally served pre-plated. Such pre-plated dishes are served from the right-hand side of the guest. Serving the main course from flats. Flats are always held on a napkin on the palm. Food is always presented to the customer before serving. The serving dish is held a little above the hot joint plate, with the front edge slightly overlapping the rim of the plate. A portion is placed on the plate in the 6 o'clock position. Silver service of potato and vegetables. The general rule is to serve potatoes before other vegetables. A separate service spoon and fork should be used for each different type of potato and vegetable dish to be served. Potatoes are served in the 2 o'clock position. Vegetables are served in the 10 o'clock position. Serving water. Water, regular or bottled, should be served from the guest's right. Service of accompanying sauces. It should be presented in a sauce boat on an underplate. The ladle full of sauce should be lifted clear of the sauce boat. The underside of the sauce ladle should then be run over the edge of the sauce boat to prevent any drips from falling. It should be placed over the food or at the side, depending on the customer's preference.